Hello all, 8th of February 2016, Dan here from Essex, United Kingdom. So, you can hear the wind. Now, we've got amber warning here in Essex, so we've got to be very careful with flying objects and things like that. I was going to do a little bit of pruning of the mulberry tree today, but I've decided not to do that because I don't fancy getting hit by any flying objects or getting blown off of any ladders or anything like that. So, you can see behind there, just straight across, you may remember last year I built these little beds for the strawberries to go in. Now we've only got about 6 plants in each one, so we've got 12 strawberries in these tabletops. Now what we've done is cut the tops off, which is a thing you want to be doing around this time of year, discarding of them, composting them, whatever you want to do with them. That keeps it nice and tidy looking. We took the weeds out as well. Now these are assorted varieties. One of the best things about allotmenteering or gardening is you will get people who are very keen to give you things. Of course, you give them things in return, sort of like a bartering system, which is, in my opinion, a very good thing because it can save you a bit of money, save someone else a bit of money, share stuff that you've got too much of, and you can get to know people that way. So it's very good. And here, these are leeks. Now, leeks are great. These came from Poundland or Pound Stretcher, something like that. Very cheap price, and variety Musselburgh, sort of like a very traditional variety of leek growing in the UK. So I recommend that people grow leeks. I've done videos on this before, but they're very hardy. They will last well into the following year. They'll survive certainly the winters that we get here in the UK. I don't know about winters in other countries because, of course, in parts of Eastern Europe, Russia, Canada, parts of the US, you get far harsher winters than we get. That is one good thing about the UK weather, is we don't tend to get harsh winters anymore, so that's very good. But then on the other hand, we don't tend to get very warm summers either, certainly not for a sustained period. So you can see by looking at the peach tree here, Dixie Red. Now, coming well into life, peach trees tend to blossom early. I've stated this before in previous videos, got to avoid leaf curl at all costs, hence why this is being grown in here to stop it getting wet in the winter, which is the major cause of peach leaf curl, a disease which affects peaches, nectarines, I believe apricots, and to a degree almonds, and you really do not want peach leaf curl. I know that near here someone has got a lovely almond tree in their garden. I mean, it really is enormous, but it's nearly died off, and only about an eighth of it now produces any actual fruit, because the rest of it has, at least looks like to me, some form of peach leaf curl, because I believe that peaches and almonds are similar family, or maybe even the same family. Please correct me if I am wrong on this one though. Quite interesting though, I was having a bit of a discussion with somebody the other day, and they were going on about pesticides and fertilizers that the farmers use and how wrong it was. Now, I'm not going to voice too many of my own opinions on this, because I believe that there is a place for everything to a degree, but of course people have got to be well aware of where they sit on this issue. Now, I'd like people to listen to this and go, and the truth is, if people want cheap food, then the farmers are going to continue to spray things on their crops which people may not want in their diet. So artificial fertilizers, pesticides, fertilizer, rodenticides, fungicides, the whole lot. The farmers are going to continue to use them because the customer is buying the goods. Now, if you want to go down and buy your local value loaf of bread, you can more or less guarantee that this has not been made with the best quality organic wheat. So you need to find a source of organic wheat or whatever it is in order to keep yourself happy, but you also have to be prepared to pay a little bit more for it, and people seem not to be too keen on paying a lot of money for quality food, hence why they buy all this garbage food. Another example would be, I don't want to offend if there's any vegans or vegetarians watching my channel, I know there is a few, but people who buy chicken. Now, of course, if you're going to buy the cheapest, nastiest value chicken that has never seen light of day, then you are going to get it cheaper, but of course it's going to have not been raised in the best conditions. But if you want to go and spend 15 to 20 pounds on a decent sized outdoor reared organic free range chicken, expect to pay around £15 for it. So you need to be prepared to put your money where your mouth is, quite literally. And if you want to do your thing about what's going on in the world regarding farming practices and agricultural, horticultural, animal raising practices, then you need to start putting your money in and funding those industries, because if you keep buying the same rubbish, then they will keep producing it. An example of this would be something like Coca-Cola. Now everyone goes, oh, Coca-Cola is bad for your health. Well, I'm sure it is, but the thing is, if people keep buying it, then they're going to sell it. So we need to look at this sort of thing and think about where we are putting our money and our loyalties. Okay then, I hope everyone's enjoyed that. I didn't want to make this too much of a ranty video, because I do know that sometimes I go off on one and sometimes come across as a bit overbearing, but hopefully some gardening soon, and we'll speak soon. All the best.